Think back to the smartest person you know. Do they handle their money perfectly? Are they a financial guru? Chances are, maybe not. And on the flip side, do you know someone who never went to business school, but somehow built a comfortable, lasting fortune? For too long, we've treated money as a purely mathematical problem. If you know the formulas, you should win. But in the real world, the spreadsheet is only half the story. The other, more powerful half is you. This is the central game-changing idea from Morgan Housel's phenomenal book, The Psychology of Money. It argues that the biggest factor in your financial life is your behavior. Welcome to the very first video from our channel. Today we're diving into one of the most eye-opening and practical books ever written about wealth and human behavior, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This book has sold millions of copies worldwide, and for good reason. It shows us that financial success isn't just about knowledge or intelligence, but about how we think, behave, and make decisions with money. We've distilled this entire book into 7 essential, timeless lessons. These aren't tips for the next stock market cycle. They are permanent truths about human nature that will change how you save, invest, and think about wealth. If you've ever felt stressed about money, compared yourself to others, or wondered why good decisions sometimes lead to bad outcomes, then this video is for you. Let's dive in with the most fundamental insight. And hey, before we dive in, tell me in the comments, what's one money habit you'd love to improve this year? I'll read through and reply to as many as I can. Lesson 1. No one is crazy. When you see someone making a baffling money decision, don't judge. Your view of money is based on your own tiny, unique life experience. Someone who grew up in the Great Depression has a different risk tolerance than someone who grew up during a boom. Their decision, though irrational to you, is perfectly rational to them. The takeaway is, don't take financial cues from people playing a different game, with different goals, different histories, and different time horizons than you. Focus on your lane. Lesson 2. Luck and risk are siblings. We love stories of brilliant people succeeding through sheer effort. But every outcome is guided by forces other than individual effort. Luck can create runaway success, and risk, the dark side of luck, can lead to unexpected failure. The takeaway here is humility. When you succeed, acknowledge the role of luck. This prevents the overconfidence that leads to ruin. When others fail, acknowledge the role of risk. This prevents harsh judgment. Lesson 3. The magic of compounding. We all know the math of compounding, but Housel shows us the psychology. The trick isn't earning the highest return. It's simply not interrupting the compounding process. Look at Warren Buffett. Some 99% of his wealth was accumulated after his 50th birthday. His skill is patience and survival. Your job as an investor isn't to be a genius. It's to be unbreakable so you can stay in the game long enough for the magic to happen. Lesson 4. Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. These are two different skills. Getting money requires optimism and risk-taking. Keeping money requires the opposite, paranoia and humility. Many smart people have lost their fortunes because they couldn't switch from offense to defense. Staying wealthy means constantly planning for things to go wrong. It means avoiding ruin at all costs. You can lose money and recover, but you cannot recover from being wiped out. If you're finding these lessons valuable, make sure to hit subscribe. We break down powerful books like this every week to help you grow your wealth and mindset. Lesson 5. Savings equals income minus ego. The biggest destroyer of wealth is lifestyle inflation and the need to keep up with the Joneses. Housel says your savings rate is the only variable in your financial life that you can completely control. It has very little to do with your income and everything to do with your ego. True wealth is what you don't see. It's the bank accounts, the investments, the quiet security. People buy flashy cars and huge homes because they want respect. But Housel says people aren't admiring you, they're admiring the car and thinking about how cool they would look in it. The takeaway is, one of the most powerful ways to increase your savings isn't to raise your income, it's to raise your humility. Live below what you can afford, and you remove a tremendous amount of social pressure. So, if saving is the goal, what is the purpose of all this saved money? Lesson 6. Control is the highest dividend money pays. Money's greatest intrinsic value isn't purchasing power for goods. It's the ability to give you control over your time. Financial freedom is the ability to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, for as long as you want. That independence is a more dependable predictor of well-being than any objective measure of income. The flexibility money provides allows you to wait for a better job, take a few months to recover from illness, or simply leave a toxic situation. Housel calls this the ability to manage your own life story. Lesson 7. Use a margin of safety. This final lesson is the practical application of recognizing uncertainty. You must accept that planning is important, but the most important part of every plan is planning on the plan not going according to plan. A margin of safety is an acknowledgement that the future is unknowable. It's not a tactic for maximizing returns, it's a tactic for guaranteeing survival. This principle guides decisions like an oversized emergency fund, low debt, and diversified investments. It's what you do to ensure that an extreme, low-probability event, a black swan, doesn't wipe you out. Remember the difference between being reasonable and rational. A spreadsheet might tell you to invest every penny, but if that makes you panic sell the moment the market drops 20%, it wasn't the reasonable approach for a human with emotions. Choose the strategy that lets you sleep at night. Morgan Housel simplifies the complex relationship between humans and their money. You don't need a math degree to succeed financially. You need discipline, humility, and long-term perspective. The core wisdom is this: worship endurance over extremes and prioritize control over consumption. That is the foundation of lasting wealth and enduring happiness. If you want to transform your financial life, you must read this book. Let me know in the comments, which of these 7 lessons hit you the hardest? The way we think about money is often more important than the money itself. Master your psychology and you'll master your wealth. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit like, drop a comment on which lesson resonated most, and share this video with a friend who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe to Mindshift Book Summaries for more powerful insights every week. Like this video if you learned something new, and subscribe for more insights on wealth, psychology, and personal growth. Thanks for watching. And remember, money isn't just numbers, it's psychology. See you in the next video.